Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am here today, yay, for the hashtag 50 stack challenge number 5. So if you are not familiar with this challenge, you got here at the perfect time because this is the first day or first week of the new challenge. So what happens is each week I draw 2 prompts out of my little bag, and you can see they're all 50 in there. That's actually more than 50. I usually put in a couple more, just I don't know, because I want to. So they're all in there, and then each week I will draw 2 pieces or 2 prompts out of this bag, and then the idea is to make 1 piece of ephemera for each of the prompts. So each week you make 2 pieces. At the end of 25 weeks, you have a stack of 50 pieces of ephemera for your journals. You could also make, do collages or whatever type of art thing you'd like to do. I have no issues. Join in. It's just meant to be fun. There's no 50 stack challenge police. So if there's one that you don't want to do, don't like, whatever, don't do it. Or if you have other things going on in your life that week, don't do it. Just hop in the next week, or you can catch up if that's what you want to do. Like if you want to make a couple at a time. That's no problem. However you want to do it. This is just for fun. Okay. So, this one, the theme is totally random. So they're just all random prompts. Some of them may be, ones we've done before, but it doesn't matter because you can do it different than you did last time. So that is not a big deal. So I'm just going to mix these a little bit and grab one from down here. Okay, so number 1 will be abstract, whatever that means to you. So you could use, have a tag and do the background in some type of abstract print. I got little pieces of paper everywhere. So number 1 is abstract. Or you could do the whole thing like completely abstract. All right, number 2 is favorite candy. That can be from when you're a child or your favorite candy now. Again, you interpret it the way you want to do it. So that's what we have this week, abstract and favorite candy. And I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and I have some bits or this image from Collage Soup. And again, I seem to be using this book the most, and I think the reason is because of the size, because the images are, a lot of them are small enough to use in ephemera. So that might be a tip that I would give you guys if you go over to get some of her books. Maybe if you're going to use it for ephemera, go for the smaller book. I love the images in these bigger books. It's just, they're too big for ephemera. Like these guys would work. But that's all. That's all. So anyways, I mean, fantastic images in all the books. It's just, for some reason, I keep heading to this one, and I think it's because of the size. All right, so the first one is abstract. So I figured these are kind of perfect for that. And I'm going to make 2 guess checks. I'm like, what are these things called again? And I had all these strips of paper left from when we did the tag with all the strips of paper on Friday. Yeah. So I thought I might as well go ahead and use them since they're sitting here on my desk still, and then we'll do one of those images. And I don't know, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do guess check, because that's what we the original challenge was about, was using guess checks. But I soon realized that not everybody can get guess checks, so you can use any base that you want to use. It doesn't make any difference to me. You can just do it on a piece of, scrapbook paper, cardstock, whatever you got, envelopes, other types of ephemera like flashcards or whatever you like. Make up your own with book page. Yeah, all that stuff. I've got a big glob right there, but I think if I spread it out, it'll work. This is really ripply, so I'm hoping that if I can get it glued down to another piece of paper, maybe at some point I'll be able to get it a little more flat. But don't know. I'm just scraping glue everywhere is basically what I'm doing. Just making a giant mess. Oh my gosh. I'm very good at that. So how are you guys? I hope that you're all fabulous. Oh, I need to say hugs and blessings to Linda, Beverly, and Catherine. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all your kindness and support. Kind words, kind comments, always watching. Love you guys. And welcome to new subscribers. I have quite a few new subscribers, so welcome, welcome, welcome. I think that's super fun. And welcome back to continuing subscribers. It's always fabulous to see you guys. And if you can, comment, thumbs up, which is like, in other words, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Yeah, my friend Linda at Handmade Iowa was mentioning she's really struggling on her channel. You know, it just, gosh, how do you get the algorithm to put your videos up, that kind of thing? Because there are people that are definitely getting lots of views, and maybe it's just they're better. I mean, that's, you know, that's always a thing too. But then those of us that aren't hitting the algorithm as much. I mean, I'm doing fine. I don't mean that. I'm just saying it's a continual struggle, that's all. I just am not sure what to do to interest more people, but just got to be me. That's all I can do. All right, so just gonna cut this off, and you don't really have to back this type of guest check. They're pretty sturdy on their own. They're not super thin ones, but like I said, it was really ripply from the coffee dye. So, I mean, it's still got some ripple, but I just think this will help stabilize it a little bit, hopefully. Just makes it easier to work on when it's more flat. I'm going to make it into a large tag. And put some walnut stain. Oh, that's that one. I got some scorched timber, but it's a little darker than I want, except I know that I'll use it in my Halloween, whatchamacallit, journal, whenever I do that. Okay, so now I've got a good sort of base to use. I do like this deli paper. That's kind of fun. So I think we're just gonna kind of wing it and see what we come up with. I don't know which one of these I want to use. I'm tending towards that one, but I think something smaller might be better. I kind of like this too. I don't know, I guess I can tear some out and decide. These are very fun though. I do think. I think I will tear this one about here. Then we can just sort of play around. I might separate these two. Oh, I don't like it when it does that. That's just my printer, if you hear that. Going through its little thing it does. I may just use one piece or the other too. Since we're doing abstract, we might as well go abstract, right? Okay. I might do that. I don't know yet. I don't know. I gotta figure out how I want this stuff. I think I'm gonna definitely glue this one down because I just like that book page. So what's everybody up to? Anything fun and exciting? I'm just doing my work. I think my hubby and I are going to go for a ride tomorrow, though, so I'm very excited about that. On our ATV, we have a side-by-side, which means it's a little bit like a little car. Like we can just sit side-by-side with each other and go on all the trails that the other ATVs, quads, whatever you, I mean, everybody calls these things different things, and so some people don't know what I'm talking about if I don't say multiple things. But anyway, we just go out in the mountains and ride and look for rocks and goof off, drive through puddles. There's a video on that from the last time we went, and that it's just fun. Just fun. That's just from a little kid's arithmetic book here. Use up some of the scraps. I mean, my word. I seriously have a giant, oh, I don't remember what those boxes are called. Like document box, you know, with the lid that comes off and goes on. Full. I mean, I'm talking full, overflowing with stuff. With scraps. I just want... And, yeah, I just need to use some up or toss them. I'm just so done with it. I've done that. I have done that with all of my Christmas scraps at one point because I just kept using, you know, trying to use them up. And so year after year, I'm just using the same papers. And it was just like, I'm done. Done with this. So I threw them away. I know, it's wasteful, but... So anyway, has to be done. Sometimes we can't keep all the things forever. It did feel really good when I did it, but I have to admit that last Christmas there were a few times when I was like, oh, I really wish I had those scraps. Isn't that horrible? Oh my gosh. It's just ridiculous is what it is. If you can even believe it. I'm sure you can if you do this because you know. You totally know. Let's scrunch this. It kind of reminds me of old tape, is honestly what it reminds me of a little bit. I'm just going to go right over the numbers over here because we'll still be able to see them. And it's just another layer. That's very sticky indeed. And I kind of like this green because that is very similar. Where are those scissors? I do have a lot of things going this direction. Maybe I need something. Gotta figure out where I want it. Oh, we could do something like that. Okay, I like that. Let me figure out what else I want to do there. I can't see that other piece of old letter I put, so I might put another one here. And that happens. When you're making backgrounds, stuff gets covered. That's just the nature of the beast, so just gotta kind of go with it. But backgrounds are important. Layers are very important for aesthetic appeal. I think our brains and our eyeballs just like that, like what's under there thing. What else is there? Last Thursday, sold loafers, tie a clasp. I don't know. It's just random and I like it. Okay, I'm gonna put that down. We gotta put this first. I do love abstract because that and grunge and all those kind of things go together. And it's that freedom of you can do it however you want because nobody can say it's right or wrong. It's just a freeing feeling doing abstract things, I think. So that's something to think about when you're like, oh, I don't know what to do for abstract. Do whatever you want. Like, kind of the idea is, you know, you don't know what it is sort of thing, or it doesn't really make sense. That's another sort of thing with abstract. It can just be shapes. It doesn't have to have a rhyme or reason. It just is. Yeah, this side's even more green. I like that, the original idea better. If I could get a hold of it. I do want it all the way like that. Strings, glue strings and things. I think it needs like a number. I'm not sure where my numbers are. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I'm back. I have my die cuts from my Alice in Wonderland die cuts. And that's where this is from. These aren't in that. I don't know where those came from, but anyways, it's keyhole, obviously. And I need to put this on. I just like it. Because it's random. Very random. A little piece of it got stuck on my finger. Oh, Lordy. Guys. It just gets worse and worse. So yeah. But any little like floral die cut thing would look cool. Die cut. Wow, my brain's doing fabulous today. Die cut. I always mess them up because I daub the glue all over them. Okay. And I think I want a piece of Z-tape. Maybe. Yeah, sometimes it works fantastic, other times not so much. Might be too long. Will this cut this? This is the test right here. Probably not. These scissors, I'm telling you, they're the most ridiculous things in the world. I mean, they sold tons of them because it seems like almost everybody that's been crafting for a long time has those, but they just don't hardly work. They are such a pain. Every once in a while, and then you get to say, yay, it worked. That's from Tim Holtz Tissue. That one didn't go all the way. And then we've got a date stamp. So we're gonna put a date in here for no reason. And then I'll probably take our crazy little texture dealy here. Just because it's fun. Oh, it didn't. Oh, it did go on the keyhole. Now that I have it all over my hands. Oh, I still need that. Doing good. I think that that is good. Definitely abstract. All right. So there is my abstract guess check. It's definitely abstract. Okay, and then favorite candy. So you may have seen when you came onto the video that there's a freebie. And my favorite candy is chocolate. So I made up this little freebie with kind of vintage style ladies with chocolate. I thought that would be fun. And of course, then we'll put like a snarky comment with it. So if you just go down to the description box below, there will be a Google Drive link. Just click on that and then you can download it, print it, have whatever you want to do. As a huge thank you to all of you. And a bit of fun, right? Yeah, I couldn't think of what I wanted to do for ephemera today, so it was like, well, I think I'll do guest checks. That'll be a fun little remembrance of the original. challenge. For our first day back. Well, we didn't really ever stop, but you know what I mean. New challenge. So you obviously, if chocolate is not your favorite candy, I mean, you can still get the download and, you know, make something else with it or whatever if you want to. But you can do any candy that is your favorite. That just happens to be mine. Always has been. I do like other candies, but that is my favorite. Unfortunately. I would love to not like chocolate. That would be fantastic, because then I probably wouldn't eat a whole lot of sweets. That seems to be my can't stay away from thing. And it's not good for me. Alright, so for this one I have some of my textured paper, and this is in the shop. It's in a pack that has several different kinds of textured papers in the pack, and it describes it in the description of this item. But yeah, those are in the shop if you're interested, if that's something that you're looking for. Lots of people already have. It's like mulberry paper and rice paper and stuff like that. Although this gives me the heebie-jeebies when I tear it. It goes right along with ABATRACT. I don't know. I don't know what that's about, but it's a thing. I want to kind of leave that bit. Oops. See this? It kind of has a mind of its own on the tearing situation. I'm trying to decide if I want that much or not. A little less down here too. Yeah, I know. How many times am I gonna rip it? Ah! I'm gonna use her. We'll see how big this is. Because we're going to put a snarky with it, so this seems like a good one to put the snarky comment with. It's not that snarky, but it's true. They're kind of like the coffee ones. They're just good for, they're good for snark. So you're not going to see a lot of that. kinds of something going on outside today. They're still working on the roads. I mean, they're mostly done right where we're at, but there's other spots in the neighborhood where they're still doing stuff on them. I'm gonna glue this onto there. Oh, I should probably ink it a little first. And we'll kind of cut it like a stamp, even though the inside's messed up. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Use this too. I'm not even going to ink this because that would be very difficult to do. You could lay it down on a piece of paper and ink it. That would probably be the easiest way. But I kind of like it. Eek. I don't know why I'm so weird about. Oh, I kind of like that. You can leave the dessert so you can see it. That's fun. Tear this thinner. This is just packing paper, brown packing paper. I think I might take that and go right down the side. Might put a little bit of the scorched timber on here. Yeah, it really does lean towards that black, which is great for those darker journals. I mean, it makes sense, right? It's called scorched timber. Weird. Weird that it would be like that. Oh, fingers sticking to everything. I do have to say it has warmed up though. So I've been walking every morning and it makes me happy. There was a little wind this morning, but it was fine. A little's fine because it cools you down. I just don't like it when it's gale force. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna blow away out here. Feel like I want a little something else, but I don't know what. Don't want that. Oh, those are bugs. I don't want bugs. No bugs. I don't know what it is I'm looking for. I'm just wanting something else on there. I'll use a piece of this. I got this at Joann's one year. It was trim that looks like a tape measure or you know, those sewing measuring tapes. Yeesh. And yeah, I don't know if you can get it anymore, but it's kind of fun. Tacky glue, I think, will hold this better. May not, but it works better than our glitter glue on fabric-y type things, for sure. This is the problem right here. Too much chocolate. Okay, so my little saying is, I could give up chocolate, but I'm no quitter. I like that. That's not that snarky. It's just cute. If my hands will work, I'll cut this right. Okay, where do I want these is the question. I think I might go one here, one down here. Yeah. And those are those, you know, snarky comments from Tim Holtz. Who'd want to give up chocolate? I mean, yeah, it's probably a good idea, but nobody wants to do that. All right, so I have abstract for number 1. All my little paper scraps. Ay, ay, ay. I'll pull this one up here so you can see it a little better. And these will get stitched around too, so. But I have abstract, and my favorite candy is chocolate. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I can't wait to see what you guys do, and we will chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.